They
No.
won't let me.
Yes, it will.
Oh, maybe I'm doing it from
Yep.
the wrong.
Wrong corner. Oh, hold on, guys.
Ah.
Just the corner, not the whole middle. There you go.
Well, I'm afraid to hit that X.
Heading towards you.
No.
Forgot to turn the Wi-Fi on, guys. Sorry.
Okay.
Hi. We're good?
Yeah.
Hi, everybody. We decided to do a live stream. Welcome. I can't see anybody because I got my glasses on.
Lisa?
My bestie, Lisa?
Yeah. Come on.
You okay?
Yeah, just.
Is there stuff? You have room to move over if you want to.
Okay, good, because
Just a
otherwise
tiny-
I'm gonna have
Yeah.
connectivity issues with.
Can you spin your body this way so that your iPad's in the same place? And
No, I'm
you
not
look
the
like your
exorcist.
stuff. Spin your body, not your head. I was gonna say put this way towards you. You might have better luck.
Okay.
You okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Pillows and stuff on your lap if you want. The lap board's there too.
Yeah, I
if you
am.
need. Okay, just a thought. I'm just trying to help.
I know.
We do look like we're all floating heads above the couch here. Woo. Before I was all braced, now I'm all back wall. Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. We decided to do an impromptu live stream on a Sunday night. Hey, there was a pillow. Oh, there still is a pillow by my head. It just feels very... Oh, someone's there. Hello. Can you guys hear us today?
Okay, we got several people. We've got 24 people on here already.
Wowzers. How did that happen?
We have looks like anime.
Could be.
Tabitha
everybody.
Kern. Lisa wants to know what's the necklace.
Oh, it's part of the dress.
Diamond
Came with the
Grandma
dress.
says hi.
It
Yeah.
is... The dress is sunflower, so I thought this would have been a...
Hey,
Maybe it's an artistic representation of a sunflower.
Sheila's here.
Hi, Sheila.
Miss Hall. I just need to do one thing because I'm not going to be able to do it that long.
We're very far away. Maybe we should put this down and bring the camera closer.
I don't know. As long as you're comfortable, babe. Oh, jeez. It's Margaret Rose.
How's that? Now you look like you're sitting in a hole. How'd that happen? Oh, because I'm sitting on a pillow.
Yeah, you're sitting on a pillow. I'm not,
Do
Goofy.
you want to sit on some pillows?
No, I'm fine.
Okay. You sure? You look so sick. How's that better? Doesn't
Sheila
Jimmy-
says pretty dress.
Thank you, Sheila. It was from Ross. I went to Ross with Sharon last week, and it was $9.99. Score. Sorry, my
Jan's
dog's
also
itchy.
on here.
Who?
Jan?
Jan?
Jana.
Jana?
Yeah, okay.
It's okay. No, you're fine. Sorry for the itchy nose. I made sure I had the tissues close at hand.
Doran's on here. Donna.
Donna?
Yeah, Donna, okay.
You're okay. Yeah, I just felt good. I came out to eat dinner and I just like, oh, I felt good. My
Bentley's there.
Ah,
Must-
hey, Bug. I basically gave my rash a rest all day because it was just in so much pain the last 2 days. So I was sitting there and Jim said, "You want to come out for dinner?" And I was like, "You know what? I think I do." So I came out for dinner and I was like, "I think I'll vlog from the living room." And then I was like, "No, you know what? Let's do a live stream." The
Bug
progression.
says hi.
Barely. The progression of a live stream
Oh,
and how
Sylvia's
it
here.
comes up. Who?
Sylvia. Grace?
Sylvia Garcia?
Yeah.
My bestest white light buddy in the whole wide world. Hi, Sylvia and Scott, if you're watching. Live long and prosper.
Sheila wants to know how you're doing. How is physical therapy going?
It's not. Still waiting. Well, I'm still doing the physical therapy for my core.
Yeah.
But as far as the leg physical therapy is concerned, I feel like I was getting a little bit of the runaround, and then the nurse came, and then they finally, like, the nurse came the day after, and I said, I got a recommendation for physical therapy. And she was like, okay, I'll put it in. So she put a note on my chart for the in-home. And then when I followed up with the other nurse on Tuesday, I was like, any word on the physical therapy? And she said, well, I see it in your chart. She's like, but I'll follow up when I get back to the office. And then she called me the next day and she goes, what was the name of the doctor that prescribed the referral? And I was like, seriously? Like a week later? So I told her, and then I was expecting to hear on Thursday and Friday, and she said, well, the lady who does the planning, she's like, she was on vacation. I was like, of course she's out on vacation. So what I've been doing, and it modified in lesser intensity, is I had some physical therapy exercises from when I had my knee surgery 10 years ago. I'm not doing quite as intense because that was just a torn meniscus repair. This is actually like broken bones. But I am trying to like just do a little bit of like stepping on your tippy toes at the walker and stuff. So nothing major, but still waiting for official.
Excuse me. Sylvia says Scott is taking care of Hoover and Ivan.
Aww.
And Chris, my mom's in her room trying to set up her new computer and having all kinds of issues.
I feel like I want to go in there now and just like, let's fix it, because...
Well, probably can't get fixed until she gets that exterior hard drive.
I know, she's...
exterior...
Apparently where she prefers to buy her computer, you can't really get the CD-ROM drive installed anymore for as cheap as you can to buy an external one. So she ended up buying an external one. It's just coming in the mail tomorrow, separate.
Sheila says, sometimes it feels like it takes forever to get things. I asked for a colonoscopy and was told there was 3,000 people ahead of me.
Oh gosh, Sheila, I'm sorry about that. Yeah, I feel the same way with my rollator. So I was like, what's going on with the rollator? The rollator broke, and I don't know, maybe they just don't want me to have one. I just know that I'm gonna probably need one in the future anyway, because as treatment goes on, I'm probably gonna get like more tired like I am, and I can't really walk long distances with the walker, or even walk long distances on my own. But
you're doing pretty good around the house.
Yeah, but I'm not on treatment right now. I'm just not imagining, but I'm remembering how I felt on treatment before, how I was so exhausted. And if we're talking about stuff like getting rid of my commode and me having to walk to the bathroom, I'm probably going to need some sort of support to get to the bathroom sometimes when I'm really tired. So
something they can fit through the doors.
Yeah. I told my in-home care worker, who's been like, I don't know, she just hasn't had a ton of stuff to care for me for, because I'm still like quite independent with certain things. And I told her, I was like, get ready, we're gonna start treatment again. And she's like, I'm ready. She's like, I've been ready. I was like, all right.
Kathy Davis says, hi, hope all is going well. So glad to catch you live.
Yay, hi Kathy. Yeah, everything's good so far. I was having a couple of days of pretty intense back rash pain. The one rectangle that is getting smaller is just like practically 24/7, just like electrified. And it's not hot or like infected or anything. It's just like the nerves are just at the edge, it feels like. What does help it is when we mix lidocaine in with the medication. So that usually helps it. We do that. Now we're trying to do wound care right before bed, so at least I can try to get some sleep. Otherwise, it can wake me up if I roll over. And I said to Jim, if I'm in a position and I stay in that position, I'm good for a while. It's when I go to readjust and my skin stretches in a different direction, that's when it's like, good morning, Vietnam. Okay? I'm just saying. So.
Sophie? Sophie's Stash, I guess, is... Okay.
Doesn't sound familiar, but hi, Sophie.
At least I hope I'm pronouncing it
Spell
right.
it.
Sophia.
Sophia.
Sophia's Stash. Okay.
Oh, okay. Sophia's Stash. Do you have a channel where you haul stuff?
She says she loves your dress.
Thanks. I got it at Ross, and it was $9.99. It's got more sunflowers down at the bottom. Oh, you can't really see it on that side. It's got a lot of sunflowers down at the bottom. They're like dispersed up here, but the bottom is just like I'm laying in a garden of sunflowers. I'm trying to find a pair of like bike shorts that are this color brown because it's a little short from my modesty. It comes to my knees, but then if I go to bend over, which I can't bend over right now anyway, but for the future, I just don't want to moon everybody.
Sheila Hall asks, are you starting chemo or immuno?
I'm going to start chemotherapy in a couple of weeks. I see my oncologist on Friday, and I'm going to tell him I'm ready. As you guys know, I've been trying to have a couple of weeks of normal life, but once I found out that I won't be able to take this off for probably 3 months after my last radiation treatment, I'm not going to have that anyway, so I know. Normal life, what's normal life? Is that what the face is?
Yeah.
So I figured I'm not going to wait 3 more months to start any treatment. I'm just going to go ahead and we'll do, since it's 3 months, I might actually get like 3 months of the chemotherapy under my belt, and then I might be able to take a break about the same time I'm able to take the brace off. So that's kind of what I'm thinking, and I'm looking at the wrong side of the camera. Sorry, guys. We turned it around before for positioning, and I forgot. So I'm over here looking over here, and it's over here in front of me. Oh, boy. Sorry. So I'm thinking like, okay, 3 months of 3 months of chemotherapy before we go to like the next scans and stuff, and then 3 months so I can find out if this bone calcified again. Maybe in 3 months I'll be able to have that little break, and in 3 months we'll be around the holidays, which is gonna probably good too. Maybe I can actually cook Thanksgiving dinner and breakfast.
Yeah, that's better than me trying to do it and burn down the house.
You did fine. Stop it. He made bacon in the oven today. I was like, you can do it. He's like, I don't have a recipe. I was like, I'll print you a recipe, which is basically line the bacon on a piece of foil on a pan and bake it. That's pretty much the whole recipe.
Angela wants to know, how's your mouth been doing? I think your pain level and healing. Don't stick your mouth out.
It's not great. I actually went to go eat dinner with a fork, and I stabbed myself the first 2 bites. Because it's swollen, my spatial orientation, is that the way you would say it? My spatial orientation. Yeah, I kept stabbing myself. And I said, Jim, I need to eat this pasta with a spoon. So I was taking the fork, and I was filling the spoon and eating it like that. It's not great, to be honest with you. This morning we had scrambled eggs. Yesterday for dinner? No, yesterday for breakfast I had a shake. I had a protein shake.
Yeah.
Yesterday for lunch I had my smooth peanut butter and yogurt. And then yesterday for dinner...
Bless you.
What did we have yesterday? Thank you. Thank you, everybody. What did we have yesterday for dinner?
The chili mac.
Oh, Jimmy made chili mac. So I wasn't able to eat a ton of it, but what he does is he mixes in with sour cream so that it's not spicy. But the texture of chili mac is like perfect because it's got the protein from the ground beef, from the hamburger and the chili, and the cheese. And he uses gluten-free pasta and the Velveeta cheese sauce. And then we sprinkle like the Mexican cheese blend on it with sour cream. And the extra fats and the extra milk products help cut down the spice. So I didn't find it very spicy, but I did find it just to be a little bit too much. Sometimes Jim, no, you know this already, we've talked about this, so I'm not talking out of turn, but sometimes he has trouble getting the gluten-free pasta not like undercooked. Sometimes it takes a little longer than it says on the package. So sometimes he undercooks it and it's harder. It's like tougher for me to chew. So that was the only thing yesterday. But he didn't mind because he ended up eating half it.
Yeah, I ended up eating 3/4 of what I made. Which is not that hard for me. I can eat a whole
It's good stuff.
Let's see here. Mailman says, I hope everything works out and you can get back to having some freedom and fun.
Me too. Thank you. Me too.
Donna says, when are you planning on doing your DIY? I love watching them.
It's Donna, not Donna, right? It's D-O.
D-O-N-N-A.
Okay.
Did I say it right?
You said Donna, yeah. I wasn't making sure we had talking about the right person. That's all. I was just making sure. Yeah. I was hoping this week, we're talking about possibly doing I have some autumn stuff that I want to do. I would like to finish the project that I started last May. Um, and yeah, I'm hoping in the next 2 weeks, because even though I'm going to start treatment, the side effects don't usually kick in for the first couple of days. I mean, they didn't the first time. Let me just say that they didn't the first time anyway. So I might have like still a couple of good weeks of I will have to wear my brace, but you know, a little bit more freedom. It is hard to work. I'm not gonna lie, it's hard to work in this contraption. But I think the things that I need to do, I think I could probably do pretty well. At least knock on plastic. I get things done.
Sheila asks, do you think your back and mouth rashes are still from the immunotherapy?
Oh yeah, I mean my back rashes are definitely from immunotherapy. Like I said, that's what the biopsy said. The medication is helping. I think I mentioned this before, Sheila. I'm not sure if you picked up on that video, but the treatment for this normally is oral steroid, but I cannot have oral steroids because of my diabetes and the type of cancer I have, apparently, which I didn't find out was another reason the doctor said. But topical steroids is what we have to do. It is taking a lot longer. Plus, like I mentioned to the doctor, I had acreage. I mean, that's a joke, obviously, but I had like a lot of area to cut.
Except for that area along your spine.
Yeah, it was a lot. So it's just taking a really long time for the new skin to grow. And hopefully in the next 2 weeks, maybe we might see light at the end of the tunnel. Starting to look, maybe.
Well, let's see here. Most of Africa is filled in except for 2, 3, 4.
Four spots. Yeah.
And Long Island is becoming more like more like just
Very
Long
straight.
Beach.
the Long Beach, right? Exactly. Fire Island.
Yeah.
So we're not going to start back on immunotherapy, at least for a while. Doc says. So if we do happen to start back like August 1st, say, I'm just picking a date in the air. If we start chemotherapy on August 1st, I'm allowed to get scans again in September because that's the 3-month point. And if in the month time of being on medication we don't see any great regression, then we'll talk about adding a different immunotherapy. That's what we're planning on. But I do want to see a kidney cancer specialist just to see if they have anything to suggest or if they agree that we're on the right course of treatment. So far, everybody that I've spoken to agrees with my doctor. My doctor's, course, his path. So, but we'll see. See if there's anything special out there. So, my doctor recommended it. My doctor said, if you want to see somebody, I'll understand, and I recommend or whatever. So.
Right. Chris M says her husband broke his back several years ago.
Oh my goodness.
He had a rod, cage, and screws in his back. He had a brace he had to wear also. He wore it for almost 9 months.
Oh gosh.
He hated it also.
Well, that's what I'm at now. 9 months. I'm actually more than 9 months. So I got it on the 17th of November. So I guess 9 months. No. Wait. December, January, February. I just forgot. March. December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July. So 8 months. In a couple of weeks, it'll be 9 months. So yeah. I don't like it either.
Well, I'm thinking once you're done with this, I can pick this like brown or black and just wear it as Under Armour and just, see how many people I can knock out as I run into them.
I feel like it's on very crooked. Sometimes when I put it on myself, it's hard to get it straight. But today the problem was the back. Jimmy said I was stuck and I couldn't figure out how. But he said the top wanted to have the front be over the back, and the bottom wanted to have the back be over the front. And I was jammed onto itself, and I was like, something's stuck, and I can't see it, and I can't feel it. And he came in and saved me from having to start all over again.
Sheila says it's a beautiful 83 degrees in Iowa.
Oh,
Has
Sheila.
it cooled down in Rolla?
Nope.
No.
It's a beautiful 100 degrees. And
Blech.
actually, Jim's phone said 100, but the digital assistant said it was 98. And I, of course, started singing, "Quit playing games with my heart." No, that's not. They sing. 98 degrees doesn't sing that. They sing, um, oh, oh, it was done by the country singer also. The
Mm. Margaret also asked about the weather here in Rolla, which we just talked
Hi,
about.
Margaret.
She's saying that
Betsy,
California,
right?
especially in Yosemite, burning fires.
Oh, no.
Like they're having forest fires.
Oh, no. And I always wanted to go to Yosemite.
Yeah, really.
I want to see the what is it, 9 main national parks or something?
Yeah. Yeah.
9, is that right?
I think it's 9. I want to see the redwoods.
I want to see the redwoods.
Lisa said just barely over 9 months on your brace.
Barely over 9 months? Did I do bad math? Figure November to December to January to February to March to April to May to June to July. And then it'll be 9 months, right? Ma, am I doing bad math? Because it was the 17th of November. So I had the surgery on the 15th, and they came and measured me on the 16th. Well, on the 16th, before the guy came to measure me, like hours before, the doctor came in and said, "By the way, you have a pathological fracture and a giant tumor in your L3, so we're gonna go ahead and set you up with this brace." And I'm like, "How many? What?"
Oh, she said she meant barely under.
Oh, barely under. Oh, yes, just about. I was gonna say, in about 2 weeks it'll be 9 months. So.
Let's see here. Allie's all about the.
Hi, Allie.
She says hello, of course.
Allie, I'm coming to your doctor's office in your area, the area that we can meet at if you want on the 8th of August. I don't know if you're working that day.
She was wondering how we're doing in this awful heat. Staying indoors. Fans, air conditioner, ice cubes down my back, whatever I need to do to keep cool.
You know, it's so bad that we went out and it wasn't even this hot a couple of weeks ago. Where did we go to the doctor's appointment? I went out with Sharon. We went to the doctor and the Sharon, right?
Yeah.
When I did therapy.
Mm-hmm.
And the intense, like, my back rash, like, burns just from that, like, the heat, not even being in the sun, and the sweat. Oh my gosh, the sweat is the worst. The sweat is the worst.
Let's see here.
See, it's caught up in the
Angela?
box. It looks like it's going to fall out. That's what I was saying.
Oh.
I was afraid of that. Angela.
Angela said it's 98 degrees at 8 p.m. on Central Kentucky.
Yep.
And
But wait, what does 98 degrees saying?
I don't know. I'm not
God
even sure.
must have spent a little more time on... Yeah, that's what it was, right?
Mailman says, when you live on Long Island, did they have so many shark attacks? They had 3 so far this year.
No, they did not. Especially when my father was alive. Throw it up to Pops and his shark catching abilities. They didn't actually. They say not only on Long Island but across the world that the pandemic keeping people out of the water as long as they did made sharks come closer to the land and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So basically all the fish were not afraid to move in, so then like the food moved in, so then like the sharks
predators.
moved in. Yeah.
Yep. That's how it is in nature. Sheila asks...
We did have a whale come in Reynolds Channel once though.
Sheila asks when I'm going to do more cooking videos.
When are you going to do more cooking?
I don't know. I keep on wanting to, but then time gets away from me, and then I get frustrated on what I'm going to cook because of my time blindness, or whatever you want to call it.
You do have something. No, we don't have that anymore. I thought we had something set up for a Nordic recipe, but we don't have that anymore, right?
No, I don't think so. I don't know. I have
He's
to...
being kind about the Nordic recipes because I can't eat the salad, like the cabbage, the raw cabbage, and I can't eat. I miss arugula. I feel like if I just took a piece of arugula and just like slowly ate it like a rabbit, I might.
Mm-hmm. Dizzy Cat. It's a new name. Jeri-Ann, I really... Oh, I guess it's supposed to... Oh. Jeri-Ann, I really connected with you because my mom died August 28th in 2008
Aw.
of kidney cancer. So she only found out a week or two before
Oh, wow.
that, so they caught it too late.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Did she have kidney issues, or was it her lungs that actually went? Because a lot of times people with kidney cancer have metastases in their lungs, and that prevents them. That often causes um, them to expire faster. I'm just curious if you don't mind me asking.
Tina,
Mahraer.
yeah,
Okay. Hi, Tina.
she says, love both spirits this Sunday evening.
I'm sorry I keep touching my face. My allergies are like, woohoo!
And let's see here, Gypsy Jessie. Hello, hello, Jeri-Ann and Jim. Great to see you guys. You are so wonderful, Jeri-Ann.
Thank you.
Um,
That's sweet.
yeah, Angela. Yeah, it looks like everybody wants me to start doing cooking videos.
Me
again.
too.
Cooking videos or just cooking? Because I cook already.
No, cooking videos.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Chris M. Do you see we have a new Dollar Tree in St. Clair right now?
No. Where? Hello? I've never gone into St. Clair other than being on the interstate, so no.
Yeah, we've never.
I would
gone
like an
into
address,
St. Clair.
please.
Juju. Jim, do you have a good recipe for meatloaf? I've got a lot of different recipes for meatloaf. As for a good one,
You like mine better?
yeah, your
Did I make
meatloaf
my
is better.
Did I share my meatloaf recipe?
I don't know. I don't know.
It's a good question.
Let's see here.
Well, you could try different meatloaf recipes if you want to
Yeah.
give it a shot. I
I
mean,
might.
I'm open for Jim cooking for me. You know,
She loves
I've
it.
said that for you. I've said that for years.
Sylvia Grace.
First thing Jim ever made for
Let's see,
me
okay.
was scrambled eggs with bacon bits, not real bacon, but bacon bits and barbecue sauce, and I was like, weirdo, and it was freaking tastic. I couldn't believe it. Then it was the brats. So he made bratwurst with he fried the bratwurst in like some beer, and then they cooked down the beer, and then you brown the bratwurst, and then you add in the sauerkraut and the canned potatoes, and you're like, what? This isn't gonna be good, and it was freaking tastic.
Let's see here. Sylvia says, Jim, I am liking your Viking history and how they lived. Thank you. I know a couple people do.
Sylvia's like, got to come to the meaderies, you know.
Yeah. Got to get up to the meaderies. Sally.
Why does that look like I'm putting my hand in front of you?
I don't know.
Oh, because I am. I hold my hand up and it looks like it's going in front of Jim. I didn't even realize I was doing that. So
Anyhow,
sorry.
Sorry, I can't.
It's okay.
Swagger is what it looks like.
Okay.
Hello from Tacoma, Washington. I am new here and have been praying for you. God bless.
Oh, thank you. And you said that was Sally Swaggart?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Sally.
I think that's how you pronounce that last name.
Swaggert.
Well, it's only got one G, but yeah.
Okay, yeah. Close enough. Not close enough. Obviously, that would be two.
Sweigart.
Nope, that's
ART. I'm sorry, that's not even
Sweigart. It could be.
Yeah.
Swaggart, maybe.
Could be. I don't know. Margaret Rose says yes on cooking videos.
Was it German and Zweigart?
Could be. Lisa says, Hippie Mama says, I know you have a video for meatloaf, Jerry. Okay. Angela says, I really love the meatloaf made with stovetop stuffing. So easy.
What?
I've heard of it. I've never tried it.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Do you use a regular stovetop or like the chicken or turkey? Like, which one do you use? That sounds amazing.
Yeah. Gypsy says, your color looks great.
Thank you.
Sylvia, I'm having issues with my allergies as well, and that's with taking my allergy medication.
Oh my gosh, it's so bad. And I know at 8:30 here, which isn't just like a couple of
Oh,
hours.
I did pronounce it right.
Yay, she did. Which time?
I guess the first time.
Swaggart. Okay.
Swaggart.
It's in about an hour is when we take our like night meds, and it's like 23 hours after I took my allergy medicine, and 23 hours after I took my nose spray, and I know it's about running out, so it's like terrible time for all that. So forgive me, but like lean off the camera and wipe.
Rita says hi.
Rita.
Yeah.
Hi, Rita.
Let's see here. Sylvia says Heidelberg Meadworks started building the new Viking ship on the premise.
That's the picture you sent me? Sylvia?
Oh, yeah.
Is that the picture?
I think that was a picture.
Wow. Did you see him hit me, people? No, I'm just kidding. He was so excited. But Sylvia, is that the picture you sent me is from Heidelberg Meadery?
Dizzy Cat says her kidney and her stomach kept filling with fluid.
Oh.
They drained it, but it didn't help. Then they found out cancer was going all over her
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. That was actually a very similar story to a woman that's was on the KCA meeting last month. KCA is the Kidney Cancer Association that I belong to, and they have a once a month support meeting. Basically like a Zoom, like cancer people meeting. And sometimes family members come on, and the lady who came on the other day, that's what she said about her mom. Her mom actually started having like stomach aches, and they found out that it was kidney cancer, and it was like really spread to all different parts, and she was on intensive treatment and stuff. So
Sylvia said yes about your
yes,
question. Okay. Let's see here. Margaret says second that Norseman mythology. Enjoy the film. I knew a few people enjoyed my talks about Norse mythology.
Yeah.
Angela, yes, ma'am. Anyone if your preference. Seriously, make it your. You'll love it.
The meatloaf with the stuffing in it. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, it took me a second.
No, it's okay. It's a lot of conversations happening at once, baby. Nobody holds it against it. Nobody holds it against you.
I don't know this first name.
Spell it.
Celeste.
Celeste.
Celeste Park says hi.
Hi.
Chris says it's pretty much right off the highway.
Okay.
Less than a mile, I think.
I'm definitely gonna stop there on the way to and from the city next. When do we go to the city next?
When you can drive next?
Wow.
I don't know. Dizzy Cat, I took it really, really hard because we were really, really close. I was her only girl and the youngest of 7 kids.
Aww.
The rest were boys.
I'm sure that was super hard. And it's, first of all, especially when it's sudden and it's like so. I had an aunt who had lung cancer she didn't know about, that by the time I realized anything was wrong with her, it was in her brain, and it took her so quickly. Like she didn't die right away, but it took her. She wasn't herself with the brain cancer. And it just took her so quickly. And even though we had time to, excuse me, hippie mama, did you just share the address to the new Dollar Tree?
No, Chris did.
Oh.
I was about to say.
No, it was. Lisa just sent a text message.
Oh, okay. No.
Silly. Sorry, and it took her so quickly that yeah, I can see that would be very devastating, and she had little kids at the time too, so yeah. Well, I am sorry about that, and I'm glad that I can be here to at least show you the flip side, or hopefully show you the flip side of
you're
living with it.
You're very positive about it.
I meant living with it for as long as I plan to.
Let's see here. Chris gives the address, and Lisa said, "Yes, ma'am. I was trying to help you."
Thank you.
Let's see here. Sheila says that's the thing about cancers. They affect people so differently. It's amazing the doctors know how to treat them all.
It's so true. It's so true. I was actually just talking to my sister-in-law about one of the ladies at the KCA meetings that we have who does not respond well to any of the different kinds of medications.
Okay.
What are you doing? Why are you tapping me? To stop talking?
Nothing. No, I was playing with your knee.
Oh, I was like trying to tell a story. He's tapping me. I'm like, what?
Gypsy.
No, I'm trying to tell a story.
I know. Gypsy.
No, I'm trying to tell a story.
You got a lot of people asking questions.
I
You ain't
understand,
got
but
time
what's
for
the point?
stuff.
What's the point? I can't tell the story. I can't answer the question unless it's a yes. Please only submit a yes or no questions. Thank you. Have a nice day. Anyway, there's a lady on the KCA who basically has different metastases than me, but also stage 4, and she doesn't respond well to most medications. That's all I was going to say. So go ahead.
Okay.
Gypsy.
Gypsy was. Don't forget to give us this amazing couple the thumbs up. That's very.
That wasn't even a question for me. No, I don't like raspberry, just cherries, thanks.
Mandy says hi from Liberty Town, Maryland.
Hi, Mandy.
Long-time subscriber. Happy to catch you on live. Just wanted to say hello.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Margaret wants to know what you were holding. Looks very pretty. I guess you're talking about
this necklace is attached to the dress. Like it's one of these that came from Ross. And I said, I guess it's supposed to be representative of a sunflower, but I don't know. But I'm not usually a gold jewelry person, and I'm not usually a jewelry person. I like my earrings, and I like my rings. Occasionally I wear a bracelet. Occasionally I wear a necklace, but this is just the first time I wore this dress, and I was like, hey, it's something to hang outside the brace. Let's do it.
Jizzy Cat was
But you can take it off. I'm sorry. You can take it off if you want to.
Jizzy Cat says 2 of her brothers also died from cancer.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Tracy.
Do you get checked out all the time, Dizzy Cat? Make sure you get your annual physical and full blood work. Just, you know. When I had the second sister got the same kind of cancer as the first sister, we all had to go get a workup to make sure that we were good for that kind of cancer. We didn't check for all kinds of cancers, obviously, but just kidding, we did.
Jesus.
Well, that's the thing about this kidney cancer I've mentioned before. I get my annual physical and my annual blood work, and it can be very asymptomatic. In my case, there was no symptoms whatsoever. Other than my broken bone. Like, that was literally the symptom that caused me to notice. I was tired, but I thought it was menopause and arthritis and type 2 diabetes and age and morbid obesity, but apparently it was cancer instead. So, I mean, that was the only symptom I had.
Looks like we have Rita and Angela talking about how their parents, Rita's brother and Angela's mother, died from cancer of one form or another.
Sorry, ladies.
Juju, Jerry, when I paint on wood, it's very rough, even if I sand it. Do you know what I can do to make it smooth?
Gesso. I would suggest gesso. So gesso is like an underlayment for canvas. That usually helps smooth out canvas a little bit. That might work. Other than sanding and wood filler, I can't think of anything else that would let you paint on it. Like, I mean, the number one thing would be epoxy, leveling epoxy, but then you can't really paint on that. So
Right.
I'm thinking that a nice thick coat of gesso would probably be the way to go. Lisa, do you have any tips? Because Lisa also did a lot of painting on different surfaces when she was painting, and she knows of a bunch of different. I feel like that's that spackle stuff, Ma. What was that stuff called? Cancer Brain took that word from me. Excuse me. Begins with a T, I think, right? Terrazzo. I don't
Out of
know.
my area.
Is she answering?
Not really, but I also like the roughness of the wood because it gives it texture.
Yes.
That's Lisa.
Yeah, but Lisa, what's the stuff that you can put on that can create more texture, but you can also use it to smooth out? I really want to say it begins with a T. It's not terrazzo because that's the marble tile. Frustrations.
Yeah. Oh,
Sorry.
she says, oh yeah, I forget the name.
Oh,
Sorry.
good. You forgot it too.
So,
Okay.
all right, we have Dizzy Cat wants to know, how do you check for cancers?
Well, depends. If you're so specifically, my sister's had thyroid cancer, so I got a thyroid sonogram. My my cousin, if she had say breast cancer, you can go for like more regular mammograms or mammograms early. Obviously, there's BRCA genes and those kinds of things. But depending on the types of cancers, you can get specific tests for those. So, as far as the kidney cancer is concerned, the only way you could find it without any symptoms is with a CAT scan or CT scan of your abdomen, kidneys specifically. The um, Unfortunately, there's no kinds of tests for this, but colonoscopy is for colon cancer. You get your Pap smear and you get your cervical cancer screening for cervical cancer, those types of things. So, depends on the type of cancer. You can get a chest X-ray to rule out any kind of lung cancer forming. But really, it depends on the type of cancer that your family has. There is different tests for different types of cancer, and that's really what it's about. Um, but since your mom had died from kidney cancer and so uh, quickly, I would actually push your doctor to recommend, to try to get that cancer screening out of the way. And since there is no other way to detect it, unless you have blood in the urine, it's too late. You already have kidney cancer. If you have lung metastases, you already have it. Like the only way to get it before it spreads, without being symptomatic, is to get a scan, unfortunately. But the symptoms that they tell you for kidney cancer are blood in the urine and pain in the kidney. So, and it's hard to actually even say pain in the kidney because that's just like back pain, and you get to a certain age and you just expect certain kinds of back pain.
Yeah.
So,
Something
but
I
definitely
might
talk
have
to your
look
doctor
at.
if you're concerned about cancer screenings. Just say, hey, I have family members that died from cancer, and I want to just nip it in the bud if I can. Let's get all the screenings we can. Okay, that'd be my recommendation anyway.
A&G Smith.
Yeah, and
Okay, it says hi.
hi.
Rita says, my brother's back was hurting him, and when he was checked out by the doctor, they said they said had cancer and only had maybe 3 to 6 months to live.
Yeah, that's the hard part. It's the hard part when you can't detect it, and it's you try to do the best you can. Listen to your body. That's a big one. I listened to my body. I didn't. My body didn't listen back. So, but definitely listen to your body and don't take the things that were normal yesterday for granted today. I guess it's part of the biggest the biggest takeaway I can give you guys.
Okay, let's see here. Carrie-Ann says, Jerry, was her thyroid cancer in lymph nodes? How did they treat it? What is her prognosis?
Well, two sisters had two different types of thyroid cancer. Well, not two different types, two different thyroid cancers in two different parts of their thyroid. One sister had a partial thyroidectomy, the other one had a full thyroidectomy, and they both have to be on Synthroid for pretty much ever. And that constantly has to be like adjusted. And, continuously, not constantly, not every week, but, often enough. And then certain other things, because then they have to watch that calcium intake because that's regulated by your thyroid, and the different vitamins they have to take because the thyroid works certain ways. And diet and exercise is a huge thing because no matter how hard you try with an irregular thyroid, you could like never lose weight, it seems like, or gain weight in the other way. If your thyroid is too active, if your thyroid medication is too high, then you have trouble keeping weight on. So, all of those things, yeah, but both of them are still doing great. Both of them are doing great. And my sister-in-law as well. It was kind of a thing in my family for a while, and like, what the heck? But thank
Okay.
you for asking.
Juju says, thank you, Jeri-Ann. I will try Gesso.
Gesso, yeah.
Gesso, whatever.
It's okay. No. She spelled it right. You just pronounced it wrong. I'm sorry. My
Figures.
bad.
Let's see here.
I'm always trying to teach, Jim, right?
Yeah. Sheila says, kidney stones can cause small amounts of blood in the urine, too.
Yes, definitely. But if you have blood in the urine, your doctor can go ahead and give you that CAT scan or even an ultrasound to kind of figure out if there's a kidney stone or a mass. If you have blood in your urine and they don't find kidney stones, then they can go ahead and get a CT scan type of a situation. So definitely just follow up with your doctor. Don't just let it go.
Dizzy Cat says, thank you, I appreciate it.
Oh, you're very welcome. Whatever I know, I'll give you.
And Rita says, my thyroid is toast. It's awful.
Yeah, I'm with you there. Do you have a low thyroid? Is that why you meant it was toast? Because I also have a friend who has a very low thyroid and is constantly trying to adjust their medication. It's very difficult to, like I said, it's very, very difficult to lose weight or to keep weight off, especially at a certain age with a low thyroid. Sometimes it's impossible. No matter what you try to eat well or exercise. Well, exercise sometimes is impossible when your thyroid's low because you have zero energy. So
Right.
it's an endless vicious cycle.
I'm gonna spell his name.
Okay.
Korey.
Corey, I'm guessing.
I guess.
Yeah, sounds like
Says
Corey.
that they love your shirt.
Well, thank you, Corey. It's a dress. Hold on, let me try to do this again. Here's the bottom, and it's all sunflowers. I was telling everybody before, it's kind of just up to my knees, so I kind of want to find some brown type of bike shorts to wear with it.
Right. Huey.
Why do you keep quieting me down?
No, I'm sorry.
No, you doing it. He's doing that on purpose. He keeps like, shh, shh. Answer the question, yes or no, and then go to the next question.
No, that's not.
I'm just kidding. I hope you weren't doing that. No wet willies.
What you were just talking about thyroid and whatnot.
Yes.
I'm wondering if that's my problem because when I was a kid, I was like full of energy all over the place, and now that I'm getting older, I'm just kind of like, I feel like an old fogey.
It's very possible.
Let's see here. Carrie-Ann.
What did your blood work say about all the other stuff? It just says about your blood sugar, right?
Yeah.
And your cholesterol level.
Yeah, cholesterol and blood sugars. We're not gonna go there. Carrie-Ann said, did your sister have the radio iodine treatment?
My sister-in-law did. I think my sister did. I think the one sister did, and my sister-in-law did for sure. I just know that they all three had 3 different types of treatment, or the amounts of treatment, or something along those lines. But yes. Now, just getting the scan for it, you get a radioisotope. I don't know if you know that. But bone scan, I get a radioisotope. It's not as strong as the treatment for the thyroid cancer, but that's what they put in your body when they do the nuclear bone scan.
Okay. Sorry.
You're fine.
Something in my glasses.
You're fine.
Let's see here. Sheila Hall says, yes, you are right. When I had blood in my urine, they made me have a CAT scan. I also had hyperthyroid and didn't even talk to me about weight loss and fatigue.
Yeah. It's hard. It's very difficult. And of course, I had a friend who had the opposite. Actually, Jim's cousin too. He had hyperthyroidism, and like Graves' disease. I'm not gonna. I've said cousin for a reason. I'll tell you later if you don't remember.
Got it, yeah.
They had hyperthyroidism, Graves' disease. They both hit. So that's like the opposite. Whether you just lose a ton of weight, you like, could this person get any skinnier? And then they had to get their, thyroid regulated in the same but opposite direction. So
Let's see here.
it does look like I'm hitting you on the camera,
Yeah, it does.
but I'm not
But
coming
everybody
anywhere
would
near
know
him.
if you did. I would hit you back.
No, I'm just
So.
saying. Look, see, this is me holding my hand up. I am literally, Jim. How far away would you say my hand is from your head right now? About a foot.
Yeah.
Look in the camera. It looks like I'm hitting you in the head.
Yeah.
But I'm in front of him, so like that's it. So look, if I go like this, you can see how far I am in front of him. Don't pretend to bite me.
Yeah.
I'm squishing your head. I'm squishing your head.
Corey says so much cuter as a dress.
So much cute, and it's got tons of sunflowers. It looks like I'm in a field of sunflowers. And it's very silky and soft and light and airy. This is itching my neck, so I'm probably going to lose it. Just so you guys know. It's very itchy right here. Oh, you know why? The plastic is still on to keep it attached to the dress. Never mind.
Okay. Robin Callan? Hope I'm pronouncing that right.
MCCALLEN?
Something like that.
MCCALLEN?
It's only got one L.
Okay, so good. McCallan. McCallan, it sounds like.
Have you done any walking yet? If so, how did it go?
No. We talked about this before you got on, that the having trouble getting the physical therapy started. The worst part is my doctor finds this out. He gets so angry. He's like, why didn't they call me? I'm like, I don't know. I didn't call you. I don't know. But it's his fault this time because he forgot to give me the paper. He's like, I'll send you home with the paper so you won't have any trouble.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't realize until we were home that he didn't send me home with the paper.
Sally Swagger says, what is your favorite craft or DIY to do? I like to crochet and work in my flower garden.
Well, where do I begin? I think that would be like picking a favorite niece and nephew, to be honest.
Yeah, I was about to say, the best question is what is not your favorite?
I mean, I get into these rhythms of like, I want to just sew everything in the planet. And then I'll get into like, where I just want to paint everything on the planet. And then I'll get into like, where I want to hot glue everything on the planet. You know, I don't have a favorite. I miss crocheting. I miss needlepoint tremendously. Needlepoint was technically, I mean, I took ceramics at my mom's friend's house when I was like 7. So painting would probably be like the first actual arts and crafts. But the first arts and crafts that I did like kind of on my own, and I just forgot what it was going to be 2 seconds ago. I was just going to tell you guys and I forgot. The first arts and crafts that I did, was needlepoint. When I was in the 3rd grade in GT, we did needlepoint. And we actually did like a sampler. You know, like an embroidered sample, like from back in the good old days where we, you know, you did your ABCs and your little check borders and stuff. So I loved doing that. I loved needlepoint.
Okay.
So it's hard to say. The needlepoint and the crocheting I can't really do anymore because of the carpal tunnel. So that's what stinks.
Margaret Rose asks, Jeri-Ann, are you still celebrating your birthday?
I mean, I can if you want me to.
And then she asks what month my birthday falls in.
October.
Yep.
We actually just had a cake tonight, so kind of, I guess. We didn't sing happy birthday.
Yeah.
But Sharon got me a piece of gluten-free, sugar-free, like keto cheesecake from the local pie place for my birthday when she was here, and we sang happy birthday. But tonight was the first, like, I got a whole cake. I mean, I didn't eat a whole cake, but I got a whole cake. So it was nice either way. I mean, I appreciate
right.
whatever. Oh, fix yourself.
I am.
Oh, the sun is hitting you just right? Go
'cause
that way.
No.
Because then I won't be able to hit you. Now it's going to look like I can't talk with my hands. I'm going to just be wiping you out of the camera. Look. I'm so far away from you, but it looks like I'm touching your head.
Alright, Marianne Ramos.
Ramos?
Ramos.
Hi, Marianne.
She says, "Hey girl, did you get mine and Destiny's gift? We sent it directly to your house."
No, not yet. Thank you. Unless you didn't. No, because I didn't get anything that wasn't anonymous yet. No, not yet, ma'am.
Okay. Let's see here. Hajdar. I think I'm saying that
Spell it.
right. Hej space DAR.
Oh, Hajdar. That sounds good, Jim.
They're asking how we're dealing with the heat.
Terrible.
We're staying indoors. As for cooking, I don't cook outside. I cook inside, and I don't have that much problems with cooking with the heat.
Mostly stovetop stuff. We try not to put the oven on too much.
Yeah.
However, Jim baked bacon today. Me and Mom fist bumped for bacon. We were like, bacon. No, you didn't know that. She came in the room and I was like, Mom, we got bacon today.
If you have, Sheila Hall, if you have one, what's your favorite holiday to craft for?
You know, I really, really, really enjoy Halloween crafts. I think that there's such a chance to be creative. Not that there isn't at Christmas, because obviously you've got your inspirational, then you've got your traditional, then you've got like your Santa Claus. But with Halloween, it's like skeletons or ghosts or witches or pumpkins or jack-o'-lanterns or Frankensteins. Like what?
Readjust.
Readjust. That's what I was saying. You can move the camera a little bit.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
It's fine too there. It's fine there too.
Okay.
So I like the variety that you can get from Halloween. The other thing is, I do like spring and Easter. But again, that's like, how do you pick a favorite? You know, I like Christmas. I like making ornaments because ornaments are just like forever and traditional, and you can hand them down, and you can make them as gifts. I don't know. But for most, I'd have to say Halloween.
Oh, let's see.
Everybody say hi to Mom.
Hi, Mom.
As she walks by. Corey said, "You're looking like a wizard from Harry Potter again with the long hair and beard."
True
Love
story.
it. Was there Vikings in Harry Potter?
No, Dumbledore. She's talking about Dumbledore. Or Hagrid.
Let's see here. I feel a little haggard. Rita says, "Is today your birthday?" Hers
no, mine was on the 13th.
Back on the 13th, and mine won't be until late October.
Late December, back in '63. What a
Cecilia
very special time for me. Okay.
Says her mom is 94 and still needle points.
God bless America. You go, Mom.
Dizzy Cat. Plus, I lost all my friends and don't know why. So it's nice to watch you and hear someone say they love me because I don't talk to my family.
Oh, Kat, I'm sorry. A lot of times, maybe it could be from all your loss. Sometimes when people go through a lot of loss, friends don't know how to deal with it. But then that makes they weren't really great friends to begin with, in my opinion, anyway. We change when we lose people, especially people that are super close to us, and that many people that quickly. And if we change, probably not permanent, but it could be. And we expect perhaps our family or friends to keep up with it. But you have to understand too that not everybody's built that way. You know, we lost my brother, and the 5 of us grieve in 5 different ways, and the 5 of us are dealing with it 5 different ways. And you know, it's just we each have our own experience with it, and we each have our own relationship that we're grieving. So, you know, I can understand. So I'm glad I'm there for you. I'm glad I'm there for you because I do love you. So that's good to know, right? Okay, good.
Let's see here. Rita says, "I'm listening to you and making some mini book stacks, and I'm enjoying listening to you very much."
Ooh, what kind of mini book stacks? Out of the crates? Like the Dollar Tree mini book stacks? Is that what you mean? Where you turn like the one crate on the side and you put like the little words and paint the books different colors? Let me know if that's what you mean, because I'm going to do one of those crafts. We went through my wood boxes yesterday, and I was like, oh boy, I got a lot of these. I can't wait to do what I want to do.
Margaret Rose asks me if I'm a Libra or Scorpio. Libra. I have to keep balance.
To be honest with you, he's on the cusp, so got a little bit of scorpion in him, just a little bit, a little tail end, I think. His birthday's the 21st, so he's on the cusp. But he's mostly a Libra.
Gypsy Jessie says, Jeri-Ann, have you ever experienced CHIGGERs?
Chiggers?
Okay, Chiggers here in Missouri. I'm in Potosi, and right now I'm being eaten up.
To be honest with you, no. But I did when I was in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, did I get attacked. Hippie Mama, if you're there, you could tell them all about that experience. But thank God, no, not here. But to be honest with you, I live more of a city area than a rural area, so I'm not sure where in Potosi you live. And the second thing is, I don't spend tons of time in the yard. I only have a very, very small garden, and when I was able to be in my yard, it wasn't for very long at a time to work on my garden. Otherwise, it's, we don't have a seating area. We do have on the porch, but not in the yard, so we don't spend a whole ton of time there.
Yeah.
Somebody said a lot.
Yeah. Rita says, my brother and I were very close, and I miss him so much.
Oh, Rita, I'm sorry.
Sheila says, Jim definitely need to cut the beard, looking very scruffy and unkept, and work is around the corner. Yeah, I might have to deal with that.
Well, we talked about just the other day, just yesterday. I said if you shave here and if we braid this, he might be able to keep it braided.
Yeah.
Because if we braid it and then tuck it under,
or
at work, and then
somebody suggested on my channel to get those beard
hair nets.
Nets, yeah.
Yeah. You don't even know if they're gonna have you wearing masks again, do they?
Yeah,
do
I don't know.
He'll find out on the 11th.
Yep. Let's see here. Dizzy Cat, love and hugs from all of us. Corey says it's true. You're right, Jerry. I lost my grandparents 2 weeks apart, and yes, it changed me. Jackie Spillman, I think. She says, hi, Jim and Jerry. Happy to catch.
Hi, Jackie.
A live love stream.
Yes.
Nice to see you doing well. I like spring and the colors most after a long fall and winter. Blessings to you both.
Thank you.
Gypsy Jessie says, I think it the New England blood, because they eat like me. What? Wait a minute.
They like to eat her.
Oh, like, okay, candy. Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
It's it's all the Dunkin' Donuts you have. It's all the Dunkin's cappuccino, frappuccino. What do they call it? Dunkatinos that you have in your system still. They haven't gotten out.
Okay. Alrighty. I'm not dealing with two different Sheila Halls. I understand there are two different Sheila Halls, but I'm not going to.
You know which one is which?
Yeah.
Okay. Get rid of the other one. You have the opportunity to put them in timeout.
No.
Oh, okay.
Unless it becomes an issue.
Oh, okay.
Let's see here. Are you going to cut it? I would prefer not to. If I can avoid cutting it, I'm not going to cut it. Let's see here.
I think if we groom it every day, we'll be okay.
Yeah. Margaret Rose says 21st. Shout out. Margaret, are you October 21st as well?
Or maybe a different month than the 21st.
Let's see. Corey says. Yeah, I don't plan on cutting it, Corey. Unless it's an absolute necessity, unless my supervisor tells me otherwise. So, yeah. Alright.
Well, here's the best part. If it was for, like, religious reasons, he would be able to keep it.
Yeah.
So, whatever they're going to let those people do to cover it, maybe we could just let him cover it. I don't know. It adds to the authenticity, I think, of the Middle Eastern cuisine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Let's see here. Let's see. Oop, what did you just do?
I have to put my feet up. Can you just
Okay.
slowly turn? No, turn that. Turn it. towards
Yeah,
me,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
If you don't mind.
Whoa. I can't turn it with you
I
doing that.
know. Just pull it towards you. Pull it towards you. There you go. And now turn it. Okay. I have to put my feet up, guys. We just had a little camera adjustment.
Alright.
Yay!
And I gotta try to stay out of the sunlight because otherwise I'm gonna be blinded by it.
Yes.
Alright,
I did tell him to close the curtain all the way.
I did, I tried to.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. I'm making wooden block stacks. I found
Wooden book stacks.
wooden book stacks. I found some pieces of wood, and I've made a tray from a small drawer that I had, and I'm sitting them on it with a couple other things, and it's so cute. That was from Rita.
Oh, very cool.
Let's see here. Margaret Rose says, Jeri-Ann, when my younger brother passed away, he took a part of me with him. His death was very unexpected. Rip Orlando.
Yeah, we've talked about that before, you and I, in comments. And it's especially when it's expanded. Sure, especially when it's unexpected. It's so hard. Not that it's easy. It's not that it's easy when someone's dying slowly, but you get more of an opportunity to prepare yourself and to say goodbye and have closure. But when it's so unexpected, they're just like it's catastrophic in a way, because you're like, the whole world is turned upside down. All of a sudden, it's different, and it's so different, you know. So I know we've talked about that before. It's very difficult. How are we doing for time?
Oh, we're at an hour.
Ooh. You guys know I don't like to go longer than an hour.
Right.
Sorry.
No, that's right.
Not
Let's
you.
see here.
Oh, it's other people.
Yeah, Dizzy Cat says, Dizzy Cat basically says, Jeri-Ann, I love Harry Potter too. Deb
What is not to love?
Briggs
Hi, Deb.
says, I prefer a shaved, pretty face. Choose food over bread. AOL. She'll help.
AOL or LOL?
LOL. Sorry. Been working on mom's computer too long. Rita says, sorry about the long comment. I won't put you through that again.
What
buddy.
happened?
I don't know.
Did we miss something?
Oh, no. She was talking about the long comment. I read about what she was doing with her wooden block.
Oh, it's okay.
Oh,
It's okay, Rita. That's,
yeah.
I asked the question, you answered it. It's perfect.
Oh, I see.
I like the drawer idea, though.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Margaret Rose says, my older brother's birthday is October 21st as well.
Oh, okay. So he's a pain in the tuchus too, is what you're saying. No, I'm just kidding.
Look who's talking.
Hey, I didn't say I wasn't.
Cancer?
I didn't say I wasn't. I never said I wasn't a pain in the tuchus. I just said you were too. That's all.
Let's see here. Corey says, my son read all the Harry Potter books. I was so proud of him. Those are thick books. I couldn't.
So I bought the audiobooks, like on Audible, and the books so I can read along with them, because when I read, I fall asleep very quickly. And it took me 1.5 years to read the first Harry Potter book, because every time I would read 2 lines, I'd fall asleep. It took me a really long time.
Chris M says it rained for about 5 minutes, or maybe you'll get a few drops. I don't know. Rolla is a strange town. You can literally watch the clouds come in, and you're gonna go, "Yay, rain!" And as soon as the clouds get right within distance, go, "Okay, anytime it's gonna rain." The clouds start to move around Rolla,
Or
and I'm
fade,
like,
or I don't dissipate. They
yeah,
just,
it's like
fade
what
away.
the? I need that rain. Rain here. My grass is brown.
Send it over, Chris. Send it over. I know the rain usually goes in the other direction, but send it over this way.
Alright, Rita said she was joking.
About?
I guess we're commenting about making too long.
Oh.
Let's see here. Ladybug says, so happy to see you getting stronger each day.
Me too.
Gypsy Mama said, or Gypsy, time for me to go to bed.
Yes. Well, the live stream's getting a little long. Go ahead.
Yeah, Gypsy Jessie, thank you, Hippie Mama. Okay, she was very ignorant. Oh, the other Sheila, yeah.
No.
Telling me I had to cut my hair. Let's see here. Margaret Rose, just LOL. Sheila Hall, I want everyone to know there is someone that has taken to using my name and in my opinion is very rude, but it is not me. It's
We know
very
Sheila.
yeah, it's very upsetting and why I rarely ever comment on Jim's channel.
Why don't you
Sheila, I
hide
think...
her in the... I don't understand.
Huh?
Why don't you hide the other Sheila? Or put her in timeout?
Hippie Mama did.
Oh, okay.
Hippie
Go ahead, you
Mama
were gonna say
suggesting
Sheila.
adding a picture to help distinguish. Sheila, I do believe I removed the other Sheila from my channel, so she should not be able to comment again, ever, on my channel.
Do you like it? Odin's Compass. Is that what it's called? The Odin's Compass?
Odin's Compass, yeah.
That'd be a good thing. She wouldn't have to show her face, and we'd know it was her.
But yeah, that other Sheila was very ignorant on my channel one day, and I just went, bye. Let's see here.
We love you, Sheila. We know not you.
Yeah, we know the difference. Just by the wording.
Yes. Just by the general tone.
Yeah. Yeah, well, let's see here. My husband just reminded me our anniversary is Tuesday and we'll be married 42 years.
Oh, wow.
Crazy
Congratulations.
to think.
Crazy what?
Crazy to think.
That's crazy.
And it's alright, Hippie Mama. We're going to be shutting off pretty soon because we're over an hour.
It's time to go. It takes a really long time to upload when it's longer than an hour, guys. And I still have to vlog for tomorrow, so there's that. Listen.
Rita asks if she can get your email address.
My email address is in the description of this video and every video. But it is mrsgarthb2@gmail.com, which is mrsgarthb2@gmail.com. And you're more than welcome to email me. We can chat on there if you want. You can ask me whatever private questions you want. And I'll do my very best to help you out and answer them, okay? But listen, guys, we got to start wrapping it up. This was fun. It was very impromptu, so thank you all for joining us. We really were just like, hey, I feel good. Let's turn the camera on and show off my new dress and try to sit up. And did you just hit my back?
I just grabbed your back to make sure.
Oh my gosh, he scared the living daylights out of me. I thought he hit me. I was like, dude. It felt like he hit me, but he was just grabbing me, he said. You can let go. I can hold myself up. So listen, love you guys. If nobody's told you today that you're loved, you can always come by and hear how much we love you.
Bye.
Everybody's got what?
Everybody's saying, good night and how they enjoyed it.
Thank you. And we love you. And as always, you take care. God bless. And we'll see you next time, right?
Yep.
Next time on the Lovestream. Lovestream. Lovestream, baby. Lovestream. Lovestream, baby. Lovestream. Why won't it go off? Oh, there we go.
I don't know.
Because I'm singing, right? That's why.